We're not live. Should be live now. Oh, wait, well, we are. Okay, holy. Should be live now. Oh, wait, well, we are. Okay, holy. Should be live now. Oh, Jesus Christ, all echoing. Oh, God. What have I done? Okay. Let's remove this. I'll pull this up on my phone. So I also see what's going on. There we go. I have chat on my phone. In case I like my own video, make sure I do that. Grab a little hello in there. Alright, so I think I'm gonna record this like as if I would be recording a video, kind of, because I imagine nobody's gonna join this. But if anyone does, hello. I see 2 are watching, but I believe that is me here and me on my phone. Okay, so this is my first go at this, so we'll just see how it goes. Basically, what we are doing is I'm making. Well, I'm gonna stream my development progress. Just cause, if I'm working on development, I might as well also stream it's the idea behind it. I'm sure people would watch it. So what I'm doing right now is I'm making a new hobby template. It's just something simple to get like back into the flow of things, because I've been out of development for so long. Oh, okay, wait, someone did join chat. Dumbo Sprout Productions, hello. Yeah, you remember TDCO? Yeah, we're making a new hobby right here. You are the first viewer, by the way, so congratulations, you can say that. Welcome in. Okay, so what I'm doing basically is I am remaking a hobby template. This will be a template just for creating hobbies. I already started on it, so I got some of this checkpoint service done. What works so far is we have is this gonna be TDCO? No, it's not gonna be TDCO 2. I'm not gonna put anything else under that title, but I'll probably do another hobby. Well, I will do another hobby because obviously I'm obviously making an hobby template, so I should do something with it, but it won't be called Tiny's Difficulty Chart Hobby. I don't know what I'll call it. We'll do some other more modern name probably. Anyways, what is done? We have data saving. We have our checkpoints working. They don't look fancy or anything. They just work, because that's what I was doing before anything. Just make it work is the idea. So that works. I also got skip stage working. There's coils. Lava works. Everything is like it's super modern code, basically. Very, very, very high quality. Easy to expand off of. That's the real goal with this. That is the goal. So next on the list of what I need to do is I'm just going to start making obstacles. I'm probably going to pull most of them from like my old games is what I'm thinking. A lava brick here. Someone else joined. Welcome in. I'm surprised you guys are actually seeing this. I didn't think anyone would see that I went live, even though this channel has like 2,000 subscribers. I've never published on it, anything on it. Tiny Gecko, that is me. Welcome in. Actimate. I don't know how to say your name. Actimate. I said that horribly wrong, but welcome in. Okay, so you know what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do this crazy thing called stealing code from my old games. Because why would I? Is that your voice reveal? I've spoken before. It's just I don't think anyone would remember it. It literally like I just put it on like a Discord server, so nobody really knows my voice. But yeah, this is kind of I guess it's kind of like a voice reveal, you could say. We can do a face reveal here soon too, maybe. I'd have to get a face cam. Anyways, I'm gonna steal this conveyor code because I really like this conveyor, and I'm just gonna check it in. Yeah, what I'm also using Visual Studio, by the way, so everything is gonna transfer over. So if I start this server and connect with Roho, you can see it should show up. Where is my components? Let's put something here. Oh, okay, there we go. There it is. There it is. Okay, so now it just updates in real time. And I'm literally just going to. We'll do this. Take our lava brick component and we'll just turn this into a conveyor. We don't need the networking controller here. The networking controller basically is just for communicating from the client to the service. It's just remote events. It's literally just remote events. Okay. Let's see. We can do our assertion there. That's everything that's the same in the script. Then we can just pull our old code because we have no use in rewriting code that works perfectly fine. Okay, let's see. This we can just rewrite because I don't know why it's like that. What this preview instance is that I'm just destroying is it's literally just here, let me see if I can find my conveyor asset. Fairly have a conveyor in this game, right? I don't even remember. It's been so long since I touched this idea. Okay. I'm just gonna chuck it into a new template. Where is the skeletal? There it is. It's been so long since I did anything Roblox Studio, so I'm kind of figuring everything out again. Okay, there's gonna be a speed attribute, and okay, right. What was I saying? The preview right here. It just shows what direction the conveyor is going to move you. That's the idea. It's just a dev tool for me, for my sake. Okay. Everybody has left the stream. That's all right. We're gonna keep recording this like a video. We had 4 people in here. That's nice. That's nice. Okay. Oh yeah, let's keep going like a video. Let's keep talking. I'll keep yapping. Okay. Preview. We're just gonna destroy this if it exists. If preview, then I can't spell. And preview destroy. And get rid of that. I don't know what we're doing there. Okay. Now we can just pull all our old garbage from here. Yeah, we're gonna want to define our speed. Here, actually, we can just completely copy paste this, huh? Yeah, there. Okay, now it should just be all pulled from our old game. Let's test and see if it actually shows. Okay, it does. Yeah, I really like this conveyor design, so I just kind of like kept it. There's no use in remaking this. It works perfectly fine. It looks really good too. Like, why would I redo it if it's, you know? Okay. Okay. Uh, what obstacle should I do next? Is the question. I can do here. Let's look at what Impossible Lobby uses. These are like really standard obstacles. No, I do not want to serve here. Let's see. Components, obstacles, falling block. So it really only uses lava conveyor, and we have our falling platforms here, which are literally just worked from the J2H kit. But buttons? What do you mean buttons? Oh, buttons. Like, okay, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna pull from Nearly Impossible because that's the game I had like all like fun obstacles. I like Nearly Impossible always so much better. Like this, it's such like way far on more game, a way more fun game. I can speak English. It just never got as big as Impossible Obby, which was unfortunate because I really like this game better. This was so much more fun to work on. It was all sorts of unique obstacles. Okay, let's see. I would think I have buttons here. Yeah, I do. Okay. Holy crap! I forgot how complicated it is. Where should I do one from scratch? I think I'm gonna do one from scratch. Yeah, I'm gonna do a button from scratch, or make my own button. I'll probably just keep it simple, like the old J2H design. It just makes sense, you know, like not to copy it or anything. It just looks good. That's probably fine. We'll make it red. We'll do black. There's just a simple button. For now, that's fine. And then we also need. All right, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a folder under this. I'm gonna have the actual button here. Folder is gonna be parts. Then we're gonna have two other separate folders. One for parts we want to become visible, and others for parts we want to become invisible. Okay, so we'll say like this is maybe a wall, just as an example. And we want that to turn off, so that will go in the off folder. And then maybe we also want some block here that turns on. So put that in the on folder. Okay. Then I need to separate these two parts here. Base. Do I call it? I don't want to put button. What would I call this? I guess I just do have to call it button, huh? Button. I can call it press, maybe. I don't know. We'll do that. We'll do that. That's fine. Okay, let me push this conveyor component if it shows. Okay, wait, I'm on the wrong thing. There we go. All right, push it up to GitHub. let's create a new button component. Button.lua. Let's copy paste that over. So don't need to rewrite the whole component. Button. We want this one not to be a base part. We want this to be a model. I guess it doesn't have to be a model, but it makes the most sense as a model, I'd say. Okay, we're gonna need we'll need a debounce time. So I'm gonna create an attribute called, we should also set the model streaming behavior to atomic. We're gonna create a button tag. I forgot to do that. But we also need to create a conveyor tag. I forgot about that. Where is the tag? Get it there. There we go. Button. Let's put that under our components and conveyor under components as well. There we go. Okay, so we want crap. All right, we want a debounce time. Debounce time. If I do can I not spell? Can I not English? Christ. Wait. It doesn't make sense to have a debounce time. What am I doing? It's only gonna go once. We would want to clock to see. Okay, let's just do a basic button first, and then we'll add on to it. We'll just keep it simple. We can also make server-sided buttons too. I don't know if I would use them, but they might be nice to have. Okay, we're going to. We need. You know what? I'm gonna name this press part. Press part and base part. It makes more sense. Local button instance. Find first child button. Then we're gonna get our on and off folders. On folder. Off folder. Then we're gonna write some more assertions. Button, and button is a button. What this is gonna do is it's gonna make sure we actually do have a button model inside our button model, and also that it is wait, what am I doing? Also that it is a model. And then if it is not, it will send an error message of our, however we want to specify this. Why is this not closed? Oh, there it is. Okay. Only has two variables. Oops. Oh, okay. There we go. I forgot to close the is a statement. Button must contain a child called button, which is a model. One of the reasons I really need all these assertions and checks is because I want other people to be able to use this and figure out what the problem with the code is, if they're using it wrong. Hi bro. Yo, what's up? Laggy BLX. How's it going? And then okay, we also want to on folder. I guess it doesn't really matter what the folder's called. It could be a model too, really. Can I be a developer? Like for me, or just like in general? In general, dude, sure. Go for it. Um, um, roll over your game. Add you. What's your username? I'm not saying for me, by the way. I'm just like saying like in general, like, dude, go make your own game. It's go for it. You can get a big game easily. Like anyone can. Which actually, you know what? We really don't need to require player or our developers put an on and off folder. I guess. I guess we will. We'll do that. We'll also need to remove this because we're doing Laggy BLX. What's your username? I will add you. Just cause, like, why not? Is it Laggy BLX? I'm just gonna assume that's what it is. Laggy BLX. That is not your username. Okay. Yeah, you gotta let me know what it is. Unless you are a bacon. I'm gonna have to assume no. Is it Laggy Blocks? Laggy or Laggy BLX? Does the BLX stand for blocks like Roblox? A, B, A. Oh, was it not letting you send a chat message? That was so inefficient. 1, 2, 3. Okay. That was AVADEX 1, 2. Is this Roblox or Discord, dude? It starts with D. This is you, I assume. Is this? Oh no, it's not because there's a 2. Why is there a 2? It starts with D. I'm so confused, bro. I'm making my ODC. Oh, dude, send it to me. I'll check it out. I what? Dude, I don't understand. Here, I probably have like a chat filter on that's not letting you send messages or send your username. Let me see if I can disable it. Crap, where would it be? My channel. This is my channel. Community moderation. Let's do that. No moderation, just for now. See if it lets you send it now. Jeez, dude, I genuinely AVADEX 123. It starts with D in 99. Dude, I don't know what you're saying. Oh my god. No, not 99. Okay. Okay, so there's no 99. What else am I missing? Christ, dude. Right, D. Yes, there's a D here, right? It starts with a D. And there's an N, right? Oh, there's no N. There's an A, V, A, D, 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 V, A, D, E, B, G, X. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We found you, dude. Oh my god. Holy crap. That was difficult. That was definitely difficult. Okay. I'm gonna put my chat moderation back on just so nobody says anything bad. I don't really want to have to worry too much about moderating the stream. Like I can't really worry about that at the same time. How's it going? Okay, we got 9 whole views. That's pretty good. That's pretty good for a stream. Okay, we're gonna continue on with this button part here. We need our assertion for our off folder. Okay, we have that. Then I also put this here too, just so we have all our assertions in one spot. Okay, then we need a press part. Or here, actually, no, we won't put all our assertions in one spot. I've decided against it. It doesn't make sense. Well, it does make sense, but like, it's just more efficient, like code-wise, I think. I don't know. All right, we have our button on folder, off folder. And then what we need, or should we put this as component that? We put it under the component? Probably not, huh? Maybe. We'll just do that for now. Then we need our press part. So press part. Oh, that's going to be under the button. And that's also going to be a base part. We'll do that. press part and press part is a base part. Button must contain a child code button or button. A child model containing a child called press part. There's probably a better way to write that, but who cares? It gets the message across. Okay, then press. We're gonna connect a touched function under our trove. Press part touched function other part, and then we're gonna see if this is the local player's character. Local player equals local player if parent and character local player. Hold on, actually, let's local character equals local player dot character, and then if parent is equal to character, do that. That works. Okay, so now it should only work if the local player's character touches it. Then what we can do is create a tween so it goes down. Probably 0.26. Yeah. Create info. How long do we want the button to go down for? Let's do 0.5 seconds. Position. I will remember you. I'll try to at least. We need to store the press part's original position too. Let's play that. Okay, so now if we test here and we step on it, it should go down. Assuming we did that right. We did not. Okay. What did we do wrong? Let's contain a child called on. So it doesn't see. Oh, right. We have a parts folder above it. Oops. Okay. Now we'll just take which is a folder. Then this will be child of that. Okay, now it should work. Nope. Because we can't do anything right, apparently. All right. That's just called parts, huh? Okay, now it should work. All right, it does. We don't want that to go all the way down, though, actually. That looks horrendous. I feel like that's too big, but it definitely looks way too big now. I guess we're not going for looks right now, huh? We'll do that later. We'll do just that now. Now if I test, and then it should go down. We don't want it to go down all the way. There we go. That looks horrible, but we'll fix it later. We just need it to work for now. And then we want to cycle through all our parts in the on folder. On folder, get children. Do V is a. We should probably do get descendants too, just in case they're in models. Get descendants. B.canCollide equals. What do we want to set the transparency to? Do we want it to be like partially visible or like completely invisible? Like I know JTOH has it partially visible, but completely invisible might look better. I don't know. We'll also just copy paste this. I know that's not like super efficient, but I don't know. It's copy paste, but who cares? And then okay, yeah, that sets up the OS. That's up the anchor those as well. Here, we'll do this partial transparency. Or we can also set it as an attribute as well. Component dot set this to atomic. I don't need it to be atomic, but who cares? Or I don't know. Just cause component dot what was I doing? Dude, I like completely forgot. I blanked. I did it all the time and it's like really bad. I was making This invisible, huh? Oh yeah, I was doing the transparency. Okay. Component off transparency equals since get attribute off transparency. You've been waiting. Yeah. I am finally uploading on this. Believe it or not, it has happened. Isn't that crazy? Or we could set it. Should we set it globally? We should probably set it globally, huh? I feel like it really wouldn't make sense to vary from component to component. We'll set that as a global constant. And then we should probably make these separate functions as well too, huh? Function button activate, and we also want to deactivate function. Okay. Activate, deactivate. What we're going to put in the activate function is, we also want to call, so we'll call deactivate right at the start. Activate is going to go through for, okay, yeah, we do want to put this under the component on folder, component off folder. Component on folder, do in on folder. Get descendants, do itself. If v is a space part, then v dot can collide equals true. V dot transparency equals 0. We can also tween the transparency in if we really want to go crazy with it. I feel like that's not super necessary though. It's just using extra resources. What do you guys think in chat? Should we tween the transparency in, or should we just set it? We'll do this then. For vn self dot off folder, get sentence do v dot collide equals false, v dot transparency equals off transparency. How can I write this better? I don't like to copy paste, even though like this works perfectly fine, but I don't know, it just looks kind of ugly. I guess that it's just more efficient like this, huh? But it does look ugly-ish. Okay, and then this is just the opposite. On folder equals off transparency equals 0, because this is flipped. component.on folder, component.off folder. Then we want to deactivate at the start when we're initializing. You know what? We should really put this in the construct function, huh? I'm gonna do that. I don't know why I didn't. I really shouldn't be putting every single thing in the start, because it doesn't make sense to. Then I also need my parts folder. Variable parts for shadows at global values at line 90. Okay, then we're going to do an assertion under the parts folder. Here we go. And now this button should work. What we need to do now is timers on the button. Oh, never mind. We screwed up. Oops. Deactivate. That's what it's called. Okay, that did literally nothing. Interesting. Why did that not do anything? Oh, you know why? It would be because I deleted that, huh? Component activate. There we go. Restart now to get a new version of Studio. No, I do not want to do that. Not right now. If I press continue, will it restart? Hopefully not, right? Okay, there we go. It worked. Oh, shit. And then, okay, well, we're restarting Studio, I guess. Oh, let's unserve, reserve. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Took a second. Okay, we're gonna wait until the tween is completed to activate this tween play. Tween that completed once equals function and it's one component to activate. That down to 25 too, because all right, let's see how that looks. It's not bad. Play with it more later. Right now, what matters is that it works. I'm gonna put all this in the construct function. Just makes so much more sense. And also probably define the instance here as that. We're just referring to it so much. There we go. What to do now? Insert button is a model. Okay, we do need that. You know what? We don't really need the actual button. Or we can just do instance find first ancestor. This part. And then we'll also just do this. Self.press part. Self.press part and self.press part is a base part. Then we also need store its origin position. Okay. Oh, you know what? We also need to move this to the activate function. Yo, what's up? Okay. Local tween. Tween not completed. Do that. Self.press part. There we go. That looks good. We don't refer to instance here at all. If parent is not equal to character, or well, let's do this. Parent is equal to character, then component activate. Okay. Let's see if this still works. Nope, we screwed something up. It's all right. We shall fix it. Let's continue to check up some. First part, fine. Oh wait, it's ancestor. That should be looking for descendant. Hold on. I don't know how to spell descendant. It's like that, right? I guess I'm just not sure. Like sometimes I like find first descendant is not enabled. Instance. .new. This part. Let me see the functions. Find first. So that's what it is, right? Find first. What do we mean it's not enabled? Oh. I forgot they updated that, huh? So you just use find first child and then you pass true to that. Yeah, there we go. Okay, now we need a timer system. Assuming the button does not stay activated permanently. Oh, okay, so we have Boolean here. We'll do use timer. And do another number value called active time. Active time. And then set that to in for now. Then if component instance or self.instance, we should just say. We'll just redefine instance up here. Instance. Instance. Get attribute. Use timer. Then active time. Get attribute. Active time. And that needs to be a number. So we're gonna make sure that is a number. Number. We also need to store our activated tick. Repeat. Test.wait until tick is greater than. Oh wait, tick plus. Wait, what am I doing? Tick is greater than activated tick plus active time. Right, okay. And then we will run the deactivate function. We can also use task.delay, but is task.delay accurate? I don't even know if this is like something I should do. Number of seconds I must pass for the like Yes, we could. Let's do that. I think that's maybe more efficient. I don't really know. We'll see if that actually works. Okay, so if I press this and I wait 10 seconds, it should deactivate. Strong emphasis on should. Did not. Okay. Intent to index no with on folder. Why would that happen, actually? That's actually a weird error. Oh. I was watching the stream on my phone and I hit a time limit. A time limit set on how much to use YouTube. Alright, let's turn that time limit off. Okay. Who's still in chat, by the way? How's it going, chat? You guys okay? How's your days going? Not a lot of talking going on. I would like to interact with y'all while I work. That's kind of why I'm streaming my development progress. So if you want to say hi, say hi. Tell me how your day's going. Please do. Okay, we'll do this. Function self deactivate. All right, now it should, after 10 seconds, perchance shall work. Wait, did it work? It did work, I think. I just wasn't paying attention. Okay, it does work. Awesome. And we also need to display the time somehow. So we're gonna create we're gonna create a timer GUI. Or what should I call it? Should I call it button GUI or timer GUI? It doesn't really matter, but like, I don't know, I'm picky with names. We'll put the bottom right corner probably. I need this to be scaled. This is gonna be a container for all our timers. One zero. We'll do that, and then we'll set a oops. We'll set an aspect ratio on it. Dude, can I type? There we go. UI aspect ratio. We'll set that. What looks good? Probably that. And we also need this as a list layout. Vertical alignment bottom, horizontal alignment right. Doesn't really matter though. Text center. You know what? Let's just do this for now. It's fine. Actually, no, we're not gonna do that for now. We're gonna do this. We'll put that in its frame. Why is it all screwed up? Okay, never mind. It's not. It's fine. I'm tripping off the perkies. Charlie Kirky. 165. We'll do -4, -4. And then this will show how much time you have for the button. Do that for now. That should work. We'll polish it up later. Okay. Time label. And then I also want like a button icon maybe. Let's see what I have in not image label. Or image button. We want an image label. See what I have in rows. Texture pack. What are our button options? Not much. Not much at all. I'll put something else for that later, I guess. We'll put something for now. Hold on. What should we put as our placeholder, guys? Something in nature. We'll put an apple. Classic placeholder. There we go. Boom, we got an apple. Oh, Christ. That's stretched really big. Oops. Then we want to do that. Okay, so now that'll show like a little timer with an icon. That works. And we'll do temp. We'll name this template. There we go. And then I'm gonna save this button for now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna create a new controller called timer. Should I call it timer GUI controller or timer controller? Timer GUI controller probably. Copy paste this. It's our first controller of the day. We can get rid of all this and we can get rid of like 99% of this. Keep local player because we're gonna need our player GUI. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Timer GUI controller. And then we will need to get our timer GUI. Timer GUI. So timer GUI is a screen GUI. We'll set a max wait for this to 10 seconds because it really should load instantly. I guess we'll just do that. We wait for child just in case because I'm not really sure how it works. Assert timer. What am I doing? Ensure their timer GUI controller encountered an error. Ensure there is a timer GUI screen or a screen GUI titled timer GUI under the player GUI. Boom. I like the stream. Thank you. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Imagine VR. Oh, yeah, you are the Watermelon King. I didn't realize from your name at first. How's it going, bro? I'm gonna start streaming and then we'll get the Bob Mob back up on stream once we've grown enough. I think that would be fun. That'd be really fun, actually. Stream Bob Mob rates. Okay. What was I doing with this timer GUI? I guess we're just checking. Just writing a check, huh? We don't really need anything else. Create new timer. Oops. Function create new timer. We need image ID. Actually, we won't do the image for now. We'll do we'll set the time. And then we're also going to return can we yield it like that? I don't remember. I do not remember. Let's just do. Oh wait, you know what we can do? We can set it based on a tick in tick. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take our template, put this under the time controller too. Timer GUI. Then we want to timer template equals timer GUI find first child template true. Timer template GUI base. Got we want an assertion. Make sure GUI base it is a template. Go to timer GUI, yeah. Why is this still? Yes, we can just do. Oh, wait, we want to also check if it even exists. There we go. Okay. Welcome in everybody to the stream, by the way. Make sure to say hi in chat. I will respond to you. Let me know how it's going. Let me know what your thoughts are. My audio is okay. Anything to improve on the stream would be nice if you guys have suggestions, because this is my first go at this. And I do plan on continuing this if all goes well. Okay, we're going to do this. We're going to take our template, clone it. Then the template should have a time label. We need a clock function as well. Create a math folder. Clock. Or okay. Should I just call it clock, or should I do like format time? What do you guys think? Format time or clock? Let's do clock for now. You know, I actually don't want to do this right now, so we're just gonna math.scylla to the current tick, or in tick minus the current tick, right? Yeah. 6 viewers. That's a new high for the stream, I think. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let me know how it's going. And thank you for joining. If you stay, that's super awesome. But just popping in, that's cool too, you know? Helps out. Hopefully we can get the stream out there, maybe. Who knows? Where this will go. Okay. We want to just keep repeating this until it runs out of time. Until tick is greater than or equal to end tick. And then at that point, we destroy the label. Let's see here. Okay. What was I doing? I lost my train of thought. Okay, we need to specify that this parameter is of the number type, the tick at which the timer will end. And then if we go back to our button, we're just gonna save this for now. If we go back to our button, we should be able to create a timer. So we want the current tick. Right here. Well, we don't need to make that another variable, but we do need to get the controller up here. We'll put that under our variables because it's part of player scripts. our timer GUI controller. And if we go down here, timer GUI controller, create new timer, tick plus the active time. And that should spawn in a new timer. We also need to make sure, where's our controller? There it is. We also need to make sure this new timer becomes visible. I really should keep this as GUI based, but like it kind of screws up my type checking here. I should really do that as a frame, really. Okay. It should create a timer now. Hopefully. Holy Christ. Okay, we have Crash Studio, guys. I don't know if that's going to crash the stream as well, but we appear to have forgotten this amazing thing called await. Oh my god. Oh god. It's all crumbling. Okay. We made it out. Okay, so why did that do that? That did that because we forgot to add a wait, and we were just completely overloading our computer. Oh, you know what we didn't do? Wait, what am I talking about? That should work fine. I was gonna say we forgot to parent it to the player GUI, but it's literally under the player GUI by default. What's our problem? I guess we do need to put it parented to the timer GUI, huh? Let's see if that works. It does. Okay. It created like 5 trillion timers though. Whoops. Okay, now I need to fix that because I don't really actually want 5 trillion timers. That was not to be super ideal. What I'm gonna create is active boolean. And then I'm gonna set this here. If not, or if self is active, then return. So we're not running duplicate code. Then we'll do self.active or is active. False here. And if not, then return. And now it should only make one timer because we have a debounce on that. There we go. And then the second the timer ends, it should go back to normal. Or not. Awesome. I love that it just didn't do that. That's actually amazing. It's pain. Okay. Is it waiting another 10 seconds? Yeah, it is. This needs to be spawned into an new thread. Then well, actually, if that yields until an option to join it, this isn't very playable right now. I will later though, like later down the line. Not at this very moment. Okay, so that waits until the timer is destroyed, then oops, I need to put this here too. And I can just do that, huh? No, keep yapping, keep yapping. It gives me things to talk about. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then it should. Boom. Okay. That works perfectly. We're gonna save all this now. I need to fix that type error, but it's not really top of the priority. Okay. We have our buttons and our timer. Let's create another version of this. So we'll have our new timer version and our timer version. And then here we actually just want to move this. Okay, so that'll work permanently, no timer. This one does create a timer and only stays for a set amount of time. That's nice. Okay. It's good progress. All right, I'm going to take a quick break and I will be right back in probably like 15 minutes. So here, what should we put on the screen until then? I wish I had like an image of like a silly cat to throw on here. Here, hold on. Let me see what I can do. We're gonna find a silly cat. Silly cat. Oh yeah, we got a silly cat. Hold on. You guys are about to see the silliest of silly cats. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. How do I transform? Stretch the screen. Oh yeah. That's a silly cat right there. That's a silly cat. That's a silly cat. I'm gonna name that silly cat. And then the text label. Boom. What should we color this? There we go. All right, you guys can look at the silly cat for 15 minutes. Freaky cat? No, dude, this is no freaky cat. This is a silly cat. This is a silly cat. All right, I shall return shortly. All right. I returned. I returned with food, so eating lunch on stream. And hopefully you guys can't hear me chewing, because I don't really have my noise filters properly set up yet. So hopefully it's not too bad. I would hope it's not, but I'm not really sure. I'm here, right? Back on the display capture. See here, hold on. Let me send someone. I need to pay someone real quick. See. 451. All right. Okay, we're back. We are back. Dude, is this stream like super delayed? Why does it still show that? The stream isn't that delayed, right? Oh my god. Oh wait, it's because I have it paused, I think. There we go. That would make sense. What are we saying in the chat, dude? What is saying? But do I want to continue polishing these buttons is the question. I think what I'm gonna do is make a sound controller so we can start adding sound effects. Because sound effects make everything just so much better. Just such a nice touch, you know? Whoops. What am I doing? Okay. We can rename this to sound controller. We can remove those types. Thank you for sticking around, by the way, in the chat. I do appreciate it. let's create a couple sound groups here. Music, SFX, and ambience. And then create new sound group. Well, let's call it new sound group. No point stretching out the title. Name, string. Ambience, music, effects, new sound group, self dot or self name equals instance new sound group. Let's put that as in then so in the parent equals sound service. So in dot name equals in. Okay, so now we have a couple sound groups set up. We don't need that. Okay, we're gonna create a function to create a sound effect. Sound ID volume parent, and this will be either instance or nil. Then I'm going to create a sound instance. We're going to apply the sound ID. ToString sound ID. We're going to set, we'll put the volume as an optional parameter as well. Sound.volume or volume. Oops, or volume. Wait, oh no, we want to do volume and volume. Or do we just do volume and volume, or do we do sound volume or sound? I think it's just that, right? And it'll sort it out. Parent or sound service. Then we're also going to return the sound. Destroy on. Or actually. Sound. What's it called when it ends? Is it just ended? It is. Welcome in, by the way. We are currently creating a sound controller for those who just hopped into the stream. We're making a game template, an obby template to be precise. And we'll build some obbies off of this. It should be fun. We don't need that. We're gonna destroy the sound once the sound is done playing. And we'll play it here. Right after. we're also returning the sound. There we go. Then we're gonna define all of this. The created instance of the created sound effect. Param sound ID number. The ID of the sound effect to create. Volume number. An optional parameter to set the volume of the sound effect. Current instance. An optional parameter to place the sound effect under a specified instance. Okay. That should be good. And I also want to set up these events. I didn't do that yet. Well, let's do this for now because we're not gonna do anything with the server to client sound effects right now. All right, now we need to actually found a sound effect for our button. We're just gonna grab that from Toolbox. Find one that we like. I can you guys hear that too? Here, hold on. Let's find a. Okay, yeah, that's definitely playing for the stream. That one's kind of nice. This is the old JTOH one. We don't want to. I don't want to use that because that's way too common. It's a nice sound effect, but it's just overused. I would like to create my own. I just don't know how. Maybe I can find someone to create some unique sound effects at some point. We're gonna go with that one. Okay, we're gonna get our sound controller and our button. Sound controller, create sound effect. Press sound effect ID. Should we parent this to the button? Or should we just play it like for the player? What do y'all think? Parent it to the button. I think we'll do that. We'll parent it to the press part. Okay, it plays now. Coolio. I don't know how much I like it though. Oh, you know what we didn't do? We didn't reset the button position or the press part position when it deactivates. can do that. Let's do that next. I think I'm also going to save these tweens in the construct. Self dot activate tween. I'm also going to save this tween info here. No local variable. Then we're going to get a self deactivate tween, which just returns it to its normal position. And then we can say self.div I can spell activate tween play self.activate tween not completed. We'll actually set that after we set it to play, just in case. I mean, not that it would take a quarter of a second to get there, but just better practice, I would say. Welcome everyone into the stream. If you're new here, say hi. Let me know you're here. Let me know how it's going. If you have any suggestions on what I can do better, let me know, because this is obviously my first go at this, so really don't know what I'm doing, but we're trying. We're trying to get better. We're trying our darndest. All right, we'll self dot deactivate tween. I don't want that. We'll keep that there though. And then self dot deactivate tween play, and now it should return to its origin position. I hope so, at least. This one should. This is our button that's on a timer. Yep, it does. Okay, cool. Does that tween look good? Oh, wait. You know what it didn't do, though? It didn't. Set is active to false. Okay. Now it should be able to reset. See, one more time. 2, 1, boom. Okay, and we can press it again. Awesome. All right, what are we saying is the next on the to-do list, guys? What obstacle next? Or what feature next? What do you guys want to see? Let me know in the chat. I mean, we could continue building up our button. There's, I mean, still more that can be done, I guess. I just kind of want simple versions of everything for now. Like basic assets that work is kind of what I'm going for. Not really like polished assets. Hmm. Okay. We can you know what we haven't done? We haven't made coils. We can do that. I wanted to make my own coils. That might be a bit overboard, but like, I don't know. We should probably move all of this though into obstacles. Obstacles folder. Do that. And then we'll also create a tools folder. And this will contain our speed coil component. And whatever other coils we make on. We're gonna start with the speed coil though, because the speed coil is obviously the simplest by like far, in my opinion. We'll need a sound controller for a speed coil sound effect, so let's remove that for now because we're not doing anything with it. Speed coil must be a tool. Must we'll put this under the construct function because we know better now. That it just makes more sense like that. Let's see. We'll do this again. Where we'll set as its own variable. Okay, we ran an assertion, make sure it is a tool. We're going to set, we need a speed value. So we're gonna do instance get attribute speed. Unless we want speed to be able to change, which is something that could be possible. Maybe. Or we can also create a speed controller in case we want other speed buffs, because we would want the speed coil speed modifier to stack with whatever other speed buffs the player may get. Maybe they get we have like a speed part where they touch a part and they speed up for a certain amount of time. So we don't just want to straight set it. We want to create an additional service to handle the speed modifier on the player's character. Let's do that. It's going to be a tool. We know that now. Component, true. We can just name this tool, huh? Let's name it tool. Tool dot equipped. Whip. Does the equip just gives it just gives the mouse, right? Yeah, it does just give the mouse. We don't really need that, so I don't even know like why it would do that, but whatever. Speed coil. Activate. Should we put an underscore here because it's like private. It's only being used by like. I think we should. Maybe. I'm gonna say act. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah. We'll create a activate and deactivate. And then so if it's equipped, we're going to run component activate. Then if it's unequipped, we'll run component deactivate. Simple as that. And then also, if it's getting destroyed, we would want to run component deactivate, I believe. All right, we're gonna make a speed controller that's gonna handle the speed modifier. Just copy paste what we have in our sound controller over. Once again, remove that, remove that, remove that. I should really make a template for these controllers, huh? Template for controllers and services. That would be a lot better to do. Speed modifier. Should I just do it like that? I'll do that like that. That's fine. Self.speed modifier is equal to 1. Okay. Speed controller. Adds or adjust speed modifier. Update character speed. This is a private function. That will call when we actually make a change. Local player character. Let's define local player here too. Then if character, or here actually, oh yeah, we'll do that. I just don't want like so much. I just don't want like stretch out like so much like this where it's like if then if then if then, you know what I mean? Find first. There's a find first child of class, right? Yeah. Wait, should I do find first child, which is a or oh, what's more up to date? These basically mean the same thing, right? But I imagine one is out of date. I mean, they literally do just look like the same thing. This method only returns objects whose class matches class name, ignoring class inheritance and no match. I guess it's not. I don't completely understand the big difference there. Want to get our base walk speed, so we're gonna get. Typically, it's 16, but maybe we have it different for whatever reason in our game. So we'll get that, and then we'll multiply that by self.speed modifier. Okay. And self.speed modifier plus diff number. Well, the plus equals diff. Boom. Now what we need to do, update characters speed. This function should be called after a change to the speed modifier. Or change the speed modifier, let's just say. Adjust the player's speed modifier. Param diff number. The difference or the amount to change the modifier by. Pass a negative number to drop the modifier. Or to slow the player. Oh yeah, that makes sense, right? I believe so. And then we need to create a character added function so we can set it when the character is actually added. Player dot local humanoid equals wait. Jesus Christ. Character wait for child humanoid 10 humanoid is a humanoid. Let's do 7 on this. 5. 7. This doesn't really matter. This doesn't make a big difference. Humanoid dot walk speed equals boom. Then we'll check if the player has a character already. And then if they do, then we're going to spawn the character added function with passing the player's current character. And then when their character added is added again, say after they die or whatever, we will want to run that function again. So we're going to connect the character added there. Okay. That should be speed modifier set up. So we're going to get the. We really should have these controllers under variables. Local player equals players dot local player scripts. equals local player dot player scripts. Then we're going to get player scripts dot controllers, and then speed controller. Controllers dot speed controller. And now we have our speed controller. And if this is activated, we want to call speed controller. Update character speed. Should the speed modifier be the same across all speed? Well, I guess, yeah. We really wouldn't have a reason to change it, I don't think, at least. If we need a reason to at some point in the future, we can always just change how the speed coil functions and set an attribute for it. So let's create constants up here. Local speed modifier. We'll do 1.1. We'll do 1.5 for sake of testing. We'll have to play around with it and see what's reasonable for our game. It'll probably differ from game to game, like realistically. We actually want 0.5 on. Actually, we'll do 1.5, and then we'll just for sake of readability up here, and then we'll do basic math. Like, it's really not that much extra resources. We'll do 1 minus speed modifier. Only has one variable. Two variable. What does it mean? So, what am I doing? Okay. And then this will just be minus 0.5. Simple enough. Then I need to create a speed coil tool. So speed coil. I'm gonna tag this with speed coil. We also need to create. We'll do this. Components, obstacles. We'll set this group to components tools. We're also going to create gravity coil. Set that under the tools, and then we're going to create the fusion coil. Also set that under the tools. Okay. So I'm going to set this model streaming mode to atomic. We also don't want these to be droppable. Alright, so speed coil is equipped. Nothing happens. Oh, unless equip's only called if it has a handle. We should make sure of that, because I actually don't know. Okay, well, very clearly, it worked. Oh, you know why? It's because we didn't change the ancestor there. Oh well, still doesn't work. still doesn't work. Whoops, whoopsie daisies. That was not the reason, but that was a problem, I guess. It was one of the problems. Put those prints there just so we can figure out the issue. So it's never been constructed. We'll put that. Oh, you know what? Hmm. I'm kind of like lost on how to do this for a second here. I need to think. Hold on, I gotta consume some beef jerky while I think. I'll think it up. Let's see how stream's going. Shout out to the 2 whole people still in here. I've been going for 2 hours. Damn. We'll probably go for an hour and a half more, maybe. I don't know how much I feel like it. We'll see what I'm feeling. I can need to refill my water. I'm gonna do that real quick. I'm gonna bring the silly cat back. I'm also gonna bring the stacks back. Filling water. Boom. Anyone joins? There we go. We got the silly cat and BRB filling water. I'm on vacation. I'm back. All right. What were we doing? Because now I've forgotten. We were doing the speed coil, and I didn't think about why this wasn't working at all. Okay. Hmm. It's transferring over, right? It is. So that's very strange, actually. We should at least be seeing it get constructed, which we're not. That is very strange indeed. Oh, wow. None of our controllers are loading now. What? Or none of our components are loading now. Uh, huh. Timer USB. Something's not right. Not to right at all. Timer GUI controller loads? Does. Networking controller does load. Oh, that is indeed strange. None of our components are starting. Why? There's no errors being presented. This is indeed interesting. Oh, because get children and we changed it to a folder. Silly old me. Okay, should be fine. Let's play it up, back. It's pretty cool. Must be a tool. Got tool. Whoops. Cool. Now we should modify our speed. There we go. Uh oh, we're only going up now. Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, we need to print debate. Why is that not going off? And why does it construct 5 trillion times? Oh, you know why? Because it's going under the character. I guess we can set it entirely to be under game. Right, now we're only becoming slow. That's strange. Why is it not making us faster? Hmm. Guess we can just try that. Oops. Oh, that's not good. It's creating is active. Boolean. Okay. That makes sense. Boom. All right, speed goal is done. Well, the script side of it is. We'll probably create a sound effect for it too. Not right now though. Okay. Now we have our speed coil set up. What do we want to do? Let's see what other obstacles we can make. What do I use in Alien Possible Lobby? Let's load this up and see what we use commonly. We got trip parts. Let's do trip parts and then hit buttons. Like polish assets, huh? Ooh, elevators, huh? I want to make elevators with like a cool VFX though, so we'll probably do that later. I need a VFX artist. Spinners. Oh, moving platforms. Moving platforms have always been difficult for me. We're gonna do a trip part. Do a trip part. Trip part. Let's take our lava brick. Rename it to trip part. Get rid of that. We don't need a controller for this, actually. We'll need a debounce time attribute. Just make sure that's the character touching or a local character. Then we'll see if there's a humanoid. If humanoid, then what do I do to make a player or character sit again? There's there's literally just a property that you set. Let's oh yeah, it's literally just humanoid.set. That's literally all we have to do, huh? If I'm not debounce, then return. I'm not debounce. Set debounce. Then we should set a tacit delay to debounce time. You know what we can also do? We can also move this into the construct function. Local instance self demounts times self demounts. Why is that all screwed up? That's weird. Why is that all screwed up? Statement spans multiple lines. Use indentation to silence. Oh, what the hell? Okay, that was weird. I don't know why that was like that. That really didn't make any sense at all, actually. You know what we can do? We should do this from now on, so it's less copy pasting. Should probably make like an error controller or an error function, probably. That would be wise. Makes things not so copy pasty, if you will. Welcome into the chat, by the way. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate it. Let's do that. So if you component demo, then we're going to add our task delay all the way down here. So component.demounts time. There we go. Right now we have demounts on it. Properly set up. And you know what I realized? This is good. I realized I forgot to set demounts for our lava brick. So we can just grab that here. Grab this here. And we can also move this into our construct construct function. Okay. Should be good. You can rename this to brick too. Now let's create our trip art. New tag. Oops. Spelled that wrong. Trip part. And we also want to put this under the components obstacles group. Yep, that works. Those aren't anchored. Should probably make sure that type is a number too, but I'll just leave it like that for now. Timed button. Mm. I'm gonna set these up. Not sound controller, no controller. Why is there two? That's not good. Or it's not right, I should say. What did I use this for so far? I did something else with this, huh? I need to deal damage to player function. Reliable. Networking controller events dot global create effect. We can just call this create sound effect as well, because it's just under a different folder. It literally is the same thing. One's just droppable. Sound ID. And this is just the same thing. Okay, now we can create sound effects on the client from the server. And push that over. Okay. That's all set up. Next on the to-do list, I don't really know what I want to do. Welcome into the stream, by the way, whoever just joined. Hello, hello. We are working on an obby template. So far, we got chip parts, lava parts, conveyor, some buttons, and then we got the checkpoint system all working and whatnot. It's coming along pretty good. Skip stage works. We just buy that. There we go. Very nice. Got my own speed coil working, which uses its own speed controller, so we can base it off of a global speed modifier because we want parts that speed the players up. Maybe parts or zones. Either or. We'll probably make both for sake of having many fun obstacles to work with. Okay. Put our trip part there because when it's done and it works. What does one want to do? Damage service is done. We really don't need anything else to that. Button, we could polish our buttons, I guess. Should we do that? Polish the buttons up? Maybe. I mean, we literally made those today. It's just, I don't know what I want to do. 4 likes. That's awesome. You guys for that. We're coming up on the 3-hour mark. I think we might call it, honestly. I mean, I would say we got quite a lot done today. We got conveyors done, we got buttons done, we got trip part done, we got a sound controller, a speed controller, we got timer DI controller. I would say that's a good amount. Maybe we can do a little more. We'll do one last thing. I think we'll just pull something from our old project that we know we're gonna use and it works fine. We'll just get it more up to date. Don't want to connect that actually. Okay. Let's see. What obstacle we wanted to grab. Or elevators, right? Okay. We need to get these boys up to date. Elevator. Oh, you know what? Actually, we don't want to do the elevator now because I want to do it differently. Where I want to make a VFX where it's like wind. It's like wind, a wind VFX. I'll have to figure out how to do that later. And I probably need a VFX artist. So we're gonna do our moving platform instead. Let's create this. Moving platform. A model must be model. No debounce for the moving platform. Don't need that. Don't think we need players now. Okay. Right, I did these moving platforms are like super advanced, huh? They have like mad positions to them. But I allow for like multiple positions. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not Englishing much here. Ooh, what the? Oh, that's our platform. Okay. Let's see. That works. Delay between movements. I create a moving platform tag and put that under the opponent's obstacle group. And then I'll continue this in a second. Let me use the restroom real quick. Back. We're gonna put this under its own collision group too as well. We should probably make a collision service. That's already a thing by Roblox though, huh? They have a thing that's called collision. Oh, no, they don't. Wait, do they? They do. They shouldn't. Alright, we're gonna make a collision service. Should we call it collision service or just collision service? Collisions or collision? Probably just collision, right? That sounds better. We really do need service templates. I'm gonna do that off camera, or I can do it on camera, whatever. I'll do that. That'll be my final thing before I end. Then we'll probably continue moving platforms tomorrow because I don't know how much willpower I have to do that right now. Willpower. Okay, we don't want that. Services. We're not relying on any other service for this, I don't think. Well, we need players, obviously. Because we're going to make a character collisions. Local characters and collide equals false. In case we want to change that, just easily just change it at the top. Okay. Function character model. If the character exists. Oh wait, hold on. We have to connect the player added first, Tim. Should we capitalize this or what? Doesn't really matter, but it's just stylish. What way should we do it? Yeah. For player and players do test of spawn. Player just connects to the player added function for any players that joined before this service was initialized. Always gotta make sure to do that. I think we'll call this player added. That, I don't know. Because it's inside the init function. I don't really know. Just makes more sense to me, I think. Not that it matters. Then we also want, if their character loads, we also want to connect to that before. Player character. You know, we typed this quite a lot. We should probably make like a function to just quickly do that. Probably throw that in like our common. I guess we could. So collision groups. Does collision group have its own? It doesn't really have its own thing, right? What happens if I? How do I create a new collision group again? I don't even remember. It's workspace, right? Or no? It is collision service. See? No, wait, that's my service. God, I don't remember. Hold on. How to set collisions. Roblox. I can't believe I'm Googling that. It's called register new collision group, right? Oh, it's physics service. That's what it was. Okay, so physics service register. That doesn't return anything, right? Yeah, no. Function collisions. Whoops. Register new collision group. Name. Physics service register. Name. We probably shouldn't do this as its own function, huh? Oops. Local function character added. Function collision group. Set collision group. Apart. Base part. We'll do instance. We'll do if part is a base part, then part collision group. Collision group. Or character. Descendants. So set collision group apart. Should I call it the character collision character or characters? I just have characters on. Because it consists of multiple characters. character dot added. Part instance the part to change collision group, the name of the collision group, put the part under. Then we need to register. Start a new collision. Okay. We're going to first register collision thing. Okay, we're gonna create a table like that. For collision, collidable, what should we call this? This is how it interacts with other groups. It's groups, yes. Then We listen for a new collision group being registered. I don't see anything to listen for a new collision group being registered. It's kind of unfortunate, but it's fine. Okay. There we go. Collision groups are set up. We'll probably do the moving platform tomorrow. We're going to test the collision groups real quick, though. It's close, nearly impossible. What we need to do is let's test the play here. We can see. There we go. It's under the characters collision group. And then if we let's see here. I don't know how many clients it's going to make. They changed this garbage. That's the server. How do I add a client now? I want 2. 2 players. Okay. Yeah, okay. So we're not colliding with him. That's good. All right. There we go. We got collision surface set up. Something we also want to do. Here, we'll set this now. We're gonna be working on this tomorrow. Platforms, characters. We want them to be collide with characters. We don't want them to collide with other platforms. And we'll set this to be platform. So these won't collide with each other. Oh, you know what? We also don't want it to collide with default too. And characters will obviously collide with default. And then default's registered by obviously default, so should be fine. Okay. I think we're gonna call it right there. That was a pretty successful day for the 3 hours we did work for. I would say we got a good bit done. I'll probably continue to work on this more off stream. And whatever I do end up doing here, I'll just end up covering at the start of next stream. Like I'll fill all of y'all in and what I did. Something I'm probably gonna do off stream. Well, you know what? Actually, here, I'll do this on stream real quick. We're going to create some templates. We'll also add that to the git ignore. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this. Paste that here. Rename that to service. Move all that. Actually, you know what? It honestly might be like more efficient to just copy paste it and just delete whatever we don't need. I don't really know. Well, I'll have to play around with it, I think. I'm gonna do that off stream. Alright, we're gonna call it there. Thank you for those who did tune in. I appreciate it. We still got one person watching. I don't know who you are, but thank you. That might actually be me. Looked it up here. But we got a couple people and we didn't promote the stream at all. Next stream should be bigger, hopefully. I hope so. I'll probably promote it a bit, see what I can improve. Yeah, that's about it. Goodbye, everyone. I'm gonna press the stop streaming button for the first time. There we go. Goodbye. Oh, okay. Well, there's a confirmation. All right. Now.